What if a story written in the 1590s and a novel from 2001 were siblings? That's the case with Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet and Mallory Blackman's Noughts and Crosses. Both tell the story of young love crushed by a hateful society. They share the same literary DNA, the archetype of the star-crossed lovers, whose relationship is doomed from the start by forces beyond their control. For Romeo and Juliet, the barrier is an ancient grudge between two powerful families in Renaissance Verona. The conflict is about lineage and honor, erupting in hot-tempered sword fights in the streets. For Callum and Sephy in Noughts and Crosses, the barrier is systemic racism in a dystopian Britain called Albion. In their world, the ruling black crosses oppress the white Noughts. The violence here is colder, more insidious, built into laws and segregated schools. This shift from a family feud to racial injustice fundamentally changes the characters. Romeo is a romantic, driven purely by emotion, believing his personal love can conquer the feud. But Callum is an intellectual, driven as much by anger at the system as he is by love for Sephy. His fight becomes political. He eventually joins a resistance group, tragically convinced that love alone isn't enough to change a broken world. And this leads to the most critical difference: the ending. In Shakespeare, the lovers' deaths bring a terrible peace. The warring families finally reconcile over their children's bodies. The problem is solved. But in Blackman's world, Callum's death doesn't end racism. It serves as a bitter warning, reflecting a modern truth. You can't fix a deep-seated social illness with a single sacrifice. Blackman isn't just retelling an old story. She's holding up a classic mirror to our modern world, forcing us to see the reflection.